Hello, my name is Jennifer Stevens, and I manage the Marketing Communications program at Fiberstar. In this video, I'm going to talk about Citri-Fi's high water holding capacity and how that improves moisture retention and freshness in bakery products. In this video, we'll be focusing on three areas where Citri-Fi is used to improve baked goods, which includes hard wheat bakery, soft wheat bakery, and gluten-free bakery. Citri-Fi natural citrus fiber contains high surface area, which provides high water holding properties and emulsification properties. These functionalities provide multiple benefits in bakery items such as moisture retention, increased yields, and improved sensory results. Citri-Fi is a natural and clean label fiber that can be used to replace some ingredients or to improve the label declaration. Citri-Fi can be labeled as citrus fiber, dried citrus pulp, or citrus flour. Citri-Fi helps soften the gluten or other protein matrices in gluten-free products. Citri-Fi is allergen-free and non-GMO. This natural ingredient contributes both soluble and insoluble fiber. As a result, this fiber is easy to use in most bakery applications. There are three ways to use Citri-Fi to improve moisture retention in bakery products. The first way is to use Citri-Fi to bind free water and/or oil already in the baked good. The second way is to use Citri-Fi to bind added water and/or oil in foods. And finally, Citri-Fi is also used to retain moisture when it's used to replace primary ingredients like egg and/or oil. There's a separate video covering bakery replacement systems. We encourage you to watch this to learn more. As mentioned, Citri-Fi is easy to use. It can be added to the dry mix, which is typically in the industry. Citri-Fi can be also added to a solution if this high share available. This will prevent any fish eyes from forming. The other incorporation method includes adding Citri-Fi to the oil first and then adding the oil solution to the system. Citri-Fi is recommended for a wide range of bakery food applications, such as cakes, muffins, cupcakes, and pancakes, bread or leavened products, tortillas or pitas, pastries and laminated doughs, bakery fillings, and cookies. A common question that is asked of us is how does Citri-Fi provide the extended fresh keeping? In fresh bread, gelatinized starch keeps gluten moist and pliable. Chemical emulsifiers are added, which form a complex with the starch to slow down the starch breakdown, which then holds onto water better. However, the resident starch eventually begins to retrograde, which causes it to let go of water. This causes the gluten to become tough or brittle over time and starts the sealing process. When Citri-Fi is used, the starch retrogrades. However, the Citri-Fi catches the free-bound water molecules and holds it alongside the gluten to keep it moist and pliable. As a result, the bread maintains its fresh keeping longer. Citri-Fi typically is recommended at 0.25% to 1%, with about 3 to 8 times added water per weight of Citri-Fi. The moisture retention benefits were proven out by testing Citri-Fi in several bakery applications. Here, sandwich bread was made using about 0.6% Citri-Fi and some added water in the bread formulation. Citri-Fi is pre-mixed with the other dry ingredients. This was compared to a control containing no Citri-Fi citrus fiber. Moisture of the baked bread was measured over time to understand the rate of moisture loss. Here you could see the bread containing the Citri-Fi held onto the water longer than the control bread without Citri-Fi. The rate of moisture loss is significantly less between day 1 and day 5 of the study versus the control. To further understand the effects of using Citri-Fi with various ingredients in bakery products to provide fresh keeping and quality over shelf life, a more complex study was performed out on sweet bread this time. The study entails studying the effects of varying the usage levels of Citri-Fi, milk, egg, and oil. 2 processing conditions were also varied, including the rise time and knead time. A few goals of the study included understanding the following when making high-quality sweet bread: to identify optimal formulation adjustments and processing conditions needed, and to achieve improved quality bread over time. Some of the recommendations from the study help bakers make adjustments when using Citri-Fi. The goal is to create a sweet bread with gold loaf volume that remains soft over time and a higher yield from the higher moisture. The best results where when high hydration level was used along with high levels of Citri-Fi. Texture and yields can also be achieved by extending the proofing and kneading times, and because Citri-Fi holds onto the water, less egg can be used without affecting the bread quality. To understand the interactions at a deeper level, the study included fluorescence microscopy. These images show the morphology of the aerosols in the bread in addition to the brittleness that occurs in the control over time. Citri-Fi creates a soft structure that provides fresh keeping. Though the study analyzed density, softness, and the effects of varying ingredient levels, we focused here on the moisture over time. Here's a quick snapshot or adjustment guidelines that can be used when using Citri-Fi in sweetbreads. If you look at the moisture over time row, you'll see a series of arrows indicating whether to go up or down with an action when using Citri-Fi in a sweetbread. When proofing and kneading, you'll see that the recommendations are increase proofing and kneading to improve the sweetbread texture. When using fat, you reduce some of the fat without adversely affecting the bread quality. And when adding water, it's recommended to add more water when adding more Citri-Fi to improve the yields and texture. Citri-Fi natural citrus fiber is also ideal for a clean label formulation. This trend is quite prevalent in North America and Europe right now due to the consumers reading their labels more than ever. Citri-Fi is ideal for cleaning up label declarations. Its functional properties have the ability to replace other hydrocolloids on the market. As mentioned, Citri-Fi has no E number. This is critical for some of those formulating in Europe. Citri-Fi binds water and oil and provides hydrocolloidal properties that are key in bakery products. When using this natural fiber, the dough is not dry or sticky. The dough is kneadable and machinable. Citri-Fi also minimizes cracking by increasing the bread stability. And due to the moisture binding, the quality is improved throughout shelf life. Here we did a study on German bread rolls. Citri-Fi 100 was used at 0.3% to replace guar gum that was used in the original formulation to clean up the label. The bread rolls appeared identical. Further internal and sensory results indicated there was no difference between the guar gum control and the rolls using Citri-Fi. Another study was done on soft cookies. Here, about 0.5% of the Citri-Fi, including added water, was compared against a control with no Citri-Fi. The goal was to create cookies that had a soft texture. An internal sensory panel indicated the cookie with the Citri-Fi had reduced hardness, less roughness, and was preferred versus the control with no Citri-Fi. The soft texture met the set goals. A second study entailed reducing egg and oil in a muffin. Here, Citri-Fi was used at 0.7%. This natural fiber improved the texture, moisture retention, and freshness over time. Another key area for Citri-Fi in baked goods is gluten-free bakery products. Gluten-free formulating faces several challenges due to the lack of wheat gluten in the system. For instance, because gluten-free products use a variety of gluten-free flours such as rice and sorghum, the water migration is different than with gluten-containing wheat flour. Some ingredients hold on to water more or less depending on the ingredient in use. If there's free unbound water in the finished baked product, this tends to evaporate off, causing the bread to dry out. Many of these gluten-free products use a lot of added starch. Some starches retrograde over time depending on their modification. This too causes the bread to stale. Because gluten-free breads have water loss and staling issues, which shortens their shelf life, retailers store gluten-free breads in the freezer. This extends the shelf life longer until the customer is ready to purchase it. The Citri-Fi functional benefits provided to conventional bakery products also benefit gluten-free products. Once again, Citri-Fi improves moisture retention, which extends the fresh keeping. Some gluten-free manufacturers not only remove allergens from their products, but they also tend to clean up the label declarations. In some cases, developers look for more natural emulsifiers. Citri-Fi can provide some emulsification to gluten-free breads to improve the structure and texture. Citri-Fi's emulsification properties are covered in a separate video. We encourage you to watch this video to learn even more. Citri-Fi is gluten-free and allergen-free, and this is ideal for this type of formulating. Moreover, Citri-Fi is easy to use in gluten-free products. This natural fiber is typically added to the dry gluten-free ingredients. Here we tested Citri-Fi in a gluten-free muffin. The base is comprised of corn flour, which tends to dry out quickly. Citri-Fi is used at 0.5% in the formulation. Here you can see in the picture the control without Citri-Fi and the muffin with Citri-Fi similar volume and crumb. The true test is when the internal sensory panelist evaluates the products over time. The sensory panelists evaluated the control with no Citri-Fi and the muffin with Citri-Fi at day 1 and at day 10. You can see the sensory attributes are similar between the two muffins at day 1. The biggest delta is at day 10. Citri-Fi was moister, had more crumb firmness, and provided more flavor than the control. This concludes the video. Let's review a couple summary points. Citri-Fi's high water holding capacity provides moisture retention over time, which as a result improves the fresh keeping and quality over time. There are 3 areas we recommend when using Citri-Fi to improve the bakery products: for moisture retention, which includes hard wheat bakery, soft wheat bakery, and gluten-free bakery. Gluten-free products tend to dry out and stale quicker due to the variety of non-gluten wheat flours used. Citri-Fi is essential in improving the quality of these products, and because Citri-Fi can be labeled as a citrus fiber, citrus flour, or dried citrus pulp, this natural ingredient can be used to replace other ingredients to improve label declarations. I thank you for watching this video, and we hope that you learn new ways to use Citri-Fi to improve moisture retention in different types of bakery products. There are additional videos available covering Citri-Fi and other food products. We encourage you to watch them all. We look forward to hearing from you, and if you want to schedule a visit or have additional questions, please contact anyone here or visit our website at www.fiberstaringredients.com. Thank you.